Right folks, we're back again with another honest food review. Today we've got a bit of a longer one for you here. We're doing a full range of ASDA's World Cup crisps. For those of you who don't already, drop us a little subscribe. Why? We've got loads of food reviews coming every week alongside our food crawls around UK towns. We'd love to have you along for the journey. There's 7 flavours to choose from, so let's take you through what we've got here. First up, we've got maple barbecue ridge cut flavour crisps. We've got the Poutine Fries flavour crisps, which sound interesting. We've got the spiced taco flavour crisps. We've got the Cheeseburger Footballs flavour crisps. Obviously not football flavour, but cheeseburger flavoured. We've got the ridge cut ranch dressing flavour crisps. One I'm interested in, the all-day breakfast flavour crisps. Finally, we've got the Vindaloo flavour Goalie gloves flavour crisp. Obviously not Goalie gloves again. So yeah, 7 different flavours that you can get. They're around about £1.50 in ASDA. Let's take a little close look at what these are like. Okay, ridge cut maple barbecue smokehouse, Canadian inspired, sweet maple and smoky barbecue flavour. Interesting. We've got the Poutine Fries, crispy chips, gravy and cheese flavour inspired by Canadian classic. We've got the Cheeseburger Footballs, crispy cheeseburger flavour snacks inspired by an American classic. What? Cheeseburgers, okay. We've got the ridge cut ranch dressing, American inspired rich ranch dressing flavour with a touch of dill, perfect as an extra crunchy snack. Spiced taco flavour crisp, Mexican inspired spiced taco flavour, perfect as a crunchy snack apparently. All-day breakfast flavoured crisps. I wonder where these are inspired from. Inspired by an all-day breakfast with smoky bacon and cooked sausage flavour. And finally, the Vindaloo Goalie gloves. Spicy Vindaloo curry flavour snacks, perfect in a sharing bucket. So I think they're just inspired by the song really, aren't they? I'm sure these are just Monster Munch. They look like it anyway. Right, the bit we've all been waiting for. Let's get tasting them. So we're going to start this one off with the Maple Barbecue Smokehouse. All right, let's get some with a good amount of flavour on there. It's quite different inside, you know what I mean? It's like you can see inside there. Some you can see have got a lot of flavour on there. Some you can see haven't got a lot of flavour on there. So let's try and be fair with the flavour on it. Here's one. This one here, okay? They're quite nice, you know. Yeah, I do like them. The barbecue's got kind of a little bit of spice to it as well. A nice after kind of tang to it. You get a lot of the maple flavour in there. Good ridges on the crisps as well. And actually, I do quite like them. So sweet maple, smoky barbecue, real smokiness coming through. A little bit of a zing on it. I think these would go really well having a beer or as a snack while you kind of like maybe a glass of wine as well. Doesn't have to be a beer. I quite like these. I do rate these ones. I think I'm going to give these ones an 8 out of 10. That is a cracking start. Very good. Even though they're an 8 out of 10, I would like to taste a little bit more of that sweet maple, but you're getting that little kind of hint on there anyway. So yeah, very good start. Oh, nearly just dropped them all. You've got the Poutine Fries, or Poutine, however you call it. I'm sorry, Canada, but I always mess up the pronunciations on stuff. So yeah, so these are like, best way to explain them, these are like kind of chipsticks, stuff like that one. Now, I gotta say, when I opened the bag and you got the kind of smell coming out there, it smelled like old sweaty feet. It's the cheese in there that's done that, but that's a bit rough, that, to be fair. It still doesn't smell the best. Like, it's like mouldy, gone off cheese in there. I hope it doesn't taste like that. Right, okay, a couple of them there. Let's see, fairly full pack as well. I was wanting them to be really good. The flavour of them is this really strong, tangy cheese, but not in a good way. No, they're not pretty, them ones. You're not kind of getting any of that gravy flavour. And it says about crispy chips. I mean, look, they're technically they're chips if you think about what Americans would call them, but yeah, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling the kind of chips, cheese and gravy kind of style on there. Look, I know Poutine has a much more stronger kind of cheese on there, but I don't think you quite got the flavour correct on this one. It's not a pleasant, strong cheese on there. Hey, that's a shame, that one. I mean, it basically does taste like what you smell when you open the packet. So yeah, I think I'm going to give these ones a 2 out of 10. Okay, let's go for the ridge cut spiced taco next. Another one of those kind of ridge crisps. They look like there isn't much in the pack. I know they put the air in to kind of like, you know, help it out and make sure it doesn't get damaged in transit, but there you go. Right, let's get one with a bit of spice in there. Let's get one with a good amount of flavour on there. I got two there, so, ooh, a bit burnt these ones. Try a different one. There we go. There is a good amount of spice on there, so you're getting a real heat coming through. Getting hints of like lemon, a bit of lime, and the thing with this one, what you're tasting like is the taco seasoning that you get to put in the kind of minced beef in that one. We tried the crisps from the World Cup from Walker's and they had like a Mexican taco on and they were really good. It's not unpleasant, but I think it's just missing that kind of like, that little bit of like that beef flavouring there to get that kind of taste of the tacos. I know not all tacos are beef, but we'll give you that kind of essence. I like them though. What I like about them is that real good zing of heat in it as well. Interesting. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give these ones a 7 out of 10. Next up, we've got the Cheeseburger Footballs. So kind of like cheeseburger puffs on the crisp. So can't quite tell. There's a lot in the pack, by the way, but I can't quite tell in regards to ones with a lot of flavour. Well, let's try these two. Cheap cheeseburger flavour on there. It's not pleasant. Oh. No, they're not good at all. Not even tried, they just put really nasty cheeseburger flavour on there onto kind of like cheese puffs. Do you know what they should have just done with these? Kept them as kind of the cheese balls. They would have worked so much better on there. Yeah, not great, not great. 2 out of 10. Okay, ridge cut ranch dressing. Now they smell wonderful when you open up. You get loads of dill and you're kind of getting that flavour of the ranch that you'd expect. About half full in the pack as well. Well, there we go. Let's give this a try. Do you know what? They're all right, they are. Loads of dill on there. In fact, probably too much dill. So it's taken a little bit away from that kind of ranch dressing flavour, but you are getting that hint come through. They're nice. And a little bit moreish as well. You want to just kind of keep going. Do you know what it reminds me of? Reminds me of roast chicken and thyme flavoured crisps. And it sounds strange even though that's ranch dressing, but because of those herby flavours on there, that's what's coming through the most. But I actually think they're quite pleasant. Not bad. And as like I said, a little bit moreish. I'm going to give these 6 out of 10. Here we go, the all-day breakfast ones. Looking forward to trying these. Okay, there we go. Bit of a mixed bag on the flavourings on them, so let's try and get a couple there. Again, they're a bit burnt in places on some of them, so if I can find some decent ones. Right, let's go with this one, okay? Why they called them all-day breakfast? Inspired by an all-day breakfast with smoky bacon and cooked sausage flavour. It is just smoky bacon crisp, but a cheap smoky bacon seasoning on them. Kind of get some herbs in it, but it doesn't. I got the impression with it being an all-day breakfast that it was going to be like you kind of get some different flavours in there just besides smoky bacon. You can't even taste any of the sausage that they're saying it's inspired by. That's a poor attempt, that one. I'm a bit disappointed with that one. For me, I'm going to give these ones 3 out of 10. Okay, and lastly, the Vindaloo gloves. Now tell me what these remind you of. They're Monster Munch, aren't they? Have they just bagged up some Monster Munch with a different flavour on? I bet you they're from the same factory. But yeah, they're all kind of the same. So obviously either the Monster Claw or the Monster that you kind of might see there. So, okay. Right, I'm expecting spice, so let's go. All you're getting is spice. You're getting a little bit of a flavour in there. And I know Vindaloo is a strong curry, but all you're getting is like really strong curry powder flavour, if that makes a little bit of sense. They have got a kick to them, definitely got a kick to them, but I'm wondering whether these are just literally Monster Munch rebagged. They do a hot and spicy Monster Munch? I'm sure they did at some point, but I think that's just what they've done. If not, they've kind of just dumped a load of heat flavour on there. To be fair, if you're going to go for Vindaloo flavour crisp, that's what you want to taste, is the heat. Kind of does what it says on the tin. So yeah, I'll give these a 7 out of 10. Do you know why? Because does what it says on the tin, you're getting the heat and the spice, and it's not unpleasant, to be fair. Okay, first up, these types of crisps coming out with the kind of burnt bits on there and stuff for that one, not acceptable. Quality control, ASDA, gotta be better. But there's some winners in there, I think. These are my favourite, the maple and smoked barbecue flavour. Very good, really moist. I could eat the whole packet in one go. The worst ones in here, it's a bit of a toss-up between Cheeseburger Footballs and the Poutine. I think the cheeseburger footballs are the worst ones of the lot, simply because it's just not a cheeseburger flavour on there. These I didn't like because of the flavour of them. Do you know what? Some people might really like them, but it is just that kind of tangy cheese flavour without kind of getting that graviness on there. Yeah, so overall, mixed bag again as usual, but that's a full range of the football crisps from ASDA that are priced around about £1 to £1.50. That'll do for this one, folks. We'll see you on to it next.